Hey everyone, I'm Hannah, the Regional Director of the Andover, Massachusetts Back-to-Bach region.
Hi, I'm Wuba, the Co-Regional Director.
With over 1,500 different instruments across the world, we wanted to introduce you guys to the classical instruments of orchestra, bands, and even chorus.
Let's look at some different instruments of different families, starting with the strings, then woodwinds, percussion, and vocals.
First, there is a string family, and it includes the violin, viola, cello, bass, and double bass. These are instruments that create sound through the strings. This is the violin, and this is the smallest instrument in the string family, yet it still takes over 70 pieces of wood to craft one like the bigger instruments.
The violin we play today was developed nearly 500 years ago, and although it seems small, it can cover more than 4 full octaves. Some of the most famous violin pieces are Brahms' Violin Concerto, Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto, and Paganini's 24 Caprices for solo violin.
This is a small part from Paganini's 11th Caprice.
There's also the viola. It's the second highest string instrument, and there's only one viola in a string quartet.
This is the cello. They have 4 strings, but they used to have 5 strings 300 years ago. It's a lot bigger than the violin, but they have a lot of similar parts. Its full name actually means small, large violin in Italian. This part of the cello is called the end pin. It rests on the ground while you play to support the instrument, but it wasn't until the 18th century when it was invented. Before then, you had to hold it up with just your legs. I'm going to play a small bit from Bach's C major prelude.
And this is the bass. It's the largest instrument in the string family, and like the violin and cello, it typically has 4 strings. Very rarely, some basses have a 5th string, which is called an extension. The bass is sometimes referred to as a double bass. This is because it produces notes exactly an octave lower than the cello, literally doubling the bass line. Like the cello, the bass has an end pin at the bottom to hold it up. Because it's so large, players also have to lean some of the weight against their bodies while performing.
So the keyboard family works because it's controlled by the keys, and when we press them, it makes a sound. So this is a piano, as many of you know, and when you play it, hammers inside the piano will hit the strings, which makes a sound. And here we have the cellesta, which is a similar instrument. As you can see, is controlled by the keys, and it has a much higher sound.
Another member of the keyboard family is the organ. Unlike the piano, the organ has many different types of pipes and uses airflow to produce its majestic sound. The organ also has more than 1 row of keys. It depends on the organ, but this organ at least has 2 sets of keyboards, or manuals as we call them. And sometimes there can be 3, 4, or 5 manuals. And each manual controls different types of pipes. So this top manual right here controls sets of pipes, which we call the swell. And then the bottom manual right here controls the sets of pipes, which we call the grave. And of course, we also have pedals, so we also have to play with our feet, which can sometimes be hard because you're playing with both of your hands and your feet, and the coordination can mess you up. So yeah, but it is fun regardless. So let me show you how amazing this instrument can be.
Hi everyone, we are the Back-to-Bach woodwinds. Woodwinds are instruments that make sound when you blow into them. is the clarinet. It is a single reed instrument and is relatively quiet, but it has a pretty big range.
This is a saxophone. Saxophones are great for all kinds of genres, including jazz, classical, and even pop music. Saxophones aren't usually found in orchestras, but they can be found in concert bands and jazz bands.
This is the flute, and it has many keys, and you blow into the flute to make a sound. It has a really large range, and I'll demonstrate. And this is the piccolo. It is smaller than the flute, and it has the same fingering as the flute, but just an octave higher.
This is the oboe. It is a member of the woodwind family, double reed family, which works by blowing into a double reed. When you put the double reed in the instrument, it makes a better sound. And this is the English horn. It is another member of the double reed family, and it is basically an oboe, but with a lower octave.
This is the bassoon. It's another double reed, one of the lower notes, one of the lower instruments in the orchestra.
Hi, I'm Andrew. My name's Eric, and we're the percussion section from Back to Ball.
Yeah.
The percussion instrument is when you hit it and then it makes cool sounds. Today we'll be showing you a wide range of different percussion instruments.
Yes, sir.
This is the marimba.
This is a xylophone.
This is the vibraphone. It has a cool pedal.
This is a tambourine.
This is the triangle.
These are wood blocks.
These are the toms.
This is the bass drum.
This is the snare drum.
These are the crash cymbals.
These are the tubular bells.
This is the gong.
This is the suspended cymbal.
And finally, this is a timpani.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We saved the most unique instrument for last, us! When singers participate in a chorus, they're usually split into 4 sections. The highest section is the soprano section, which is usually split into 2. Soprano 1, which is the highest of all, and soprano 2, which is the second highest and adds on the first layer of harmonies in a chorus.
The second group is the alto section. Similar to sopranos, altos are often split into two groups: high altos, alto 1s, and low altos, alto 2s.
The third section are the tenors, and they have the third lowest register. Their notes range from the B below middle C to the G above middle C. There are a lot of tenor pieces in musical theater.
The last section is the bass section. The basses take care of the lowest voice register. Sometimes the lowest voice register is split into two parts: baritones and basses.
Hey, that was good!
Today we've covered more than 20 different instruments across the different families.
Thank you for spending your time with us, and we hope you have found interest in these new instruments.
See you soon in the next Back to Block video production.
Thanks for watching.
Bye!